Hi, I'm Joe Paiva, and welcome to GeoLearn. This is the first of a series of courses on unmanned airborne systems that goes beyond the overview course. So in this one, entitled The Geospatial World of UAS, I'm going to talk about some of the current applications, some of the future applications, operational issues, and some of the limitations and data products that you might have using unmanned airborne systems. Before doing that, I want to talk a little bit about a few preliminaries that I did cover in the introductory course. The first one is how will unmanned airborne systems change our lives as geospatial professionals? So what I have done is chosen to compare it to GPS because most of us are aware of GPS as a fairly recent technology that caused a lot of changes. So the first one is it a game changer? And the answer I say is that it's somewhat like GPS. It's not universal in the same way that GPS isn't, because GPS cannot be used under thick forest canopy, for example, or in severe urban canyons, natural canyons, underground, and so forth. So unmanned airborne systems will have some of those same limitations regarding terrain, the kind of areas that they will be permitted to fly over that it is deemed safe, and so forth. There will be major societal impact with UAS, just as with GPS. We have already heard about Amazon wanting to fly 5-pound packages or lighter packages to your home to do fairly instant delivery. Not sure exactly how they will do that, but people are talking about interesting applications for unmanned airborne systems well beyond mapping. And in a lot of ways that's how GPS is, because today everyone who has a cell phone has a GPS unit. Most cars have them as add-ons or built in. And quite frankly, if you don't have either, your life is still affected by GPS. The quality of your life is actually affected by GPS. Does the use of unmanned airborne systems mandate operational changes? Very definitely yes. Now with GPS, some of those operational changes have to do with making sure you can get the satellite signals, that you have eliminated multipath and things like that. With unmanned airborne systems, safety is very critical because you're sharing airspace with other flying objects, including other unmanned airborne systems as well as manned airborne systems. So there will be lots of operational changes, and then if you care about safety to yourself, to the vehicle itself, then there's quite a few operational changes that you will have to make in the way you conduct your business that you may not be used to. Is it possible to fail with this technology? Yes, with unmanned airborne systems, the failures, unlike with GPS where you simply don't get position or bad position, could be that you have a crash, and even worse, it causes property or human damage. What are the benefits, or are there benefits when it is properly used and applied? Yes, it's huge. The big ones, just like with GPS. Lots of regulation with the use of unmanned airborne systems. The answer there is yes, and that's the one place which is very unlike GPS, because you will be only able to fly if you comply with the regulations having to do with flying vehicles. Just very briefly, there are a couple of types. We have the fixed wing and the rotorcraft. And in the fixed wing area, we have conventional, which looks like the kind of plane you might fly in if you're a private pilot or if you fly commercial. And then we have flying wings, and then rotorcraft. I call them rotorcraft rather than helicopters, because very rarely are they like helicopters, a single rotor or dual rotor aircraft. They're usually multi-rotor. So let me walk over here and just show you a couple of these. The first is this SenseFly EB, which is a flying wing. As you can see here in this view, it's a flying wing. So 2 wings and a kind of a central body that holds the motor, the battery, the camera, and all the electronics that it needs to be able to fly properly.